Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for today's Monday mystery reveal, that's pretty much exactly what I'm going to be doing. So for those of you who are new to the channel, what I basically do, it's a bit like an unboxing video, apart from the fact that I don't obviously unbox the figure, but this is just a new figure that I'm adding to my collection, and instead of me just opening it or doing a video on it, I turn it into a bit of a guessing game and give you guys some clues to guess who is inside there. So as always, please don't put the name of the actual figure in the comments, just put the time that you got it, or put obviously your wrong guesses. So this one, funnily enough, this one's a figure. It's a Generation 1 original. I'm very, very lucky that it's boxed, but I'm going to come to that in a minute. So basically, it's really difficult, or it's not difficult, it's really difficult to try and make this not so easy, because it's one of them characters that's just had an abundance of figures. Although saying that, he's not what you class as sort of like the main 3 or 4, but he has had super, like, enormous amounts. I'm just looking around in front of me and I can see 4 versions of him just literally within eyesight. So he was one of the original 84 Autobots. So yeah, one of the ARC, which also means that of course he was a pre-transformer as well. So this particular mold has been around for absolutely ages, and I've just thought of something else, but I'll come to that in a second. So yeah, he has had numerous versions of him down the Generations toy line. He's had different versions of him in Transformers Prime, various other things as well. I'm just looking, as I say, at one particular one in a second. I'm going to come to that in a minute. He's actually more current now than I think he was when he first came out, which is crazy, to be fair. His character though is one of them ones, it's really strange. He doesn't get that much love, so this is a bit of a clue. I've used it before with some other versions of him, especially in the, this is a big clue, especially in the Bumblebee movie, and unfortunately especially in the Transformers Prime series. Now I say he's quite current. His character at the moment is very current because thanks to Skybound Comics. And indeed, here's a huge clue for you guys. The fact that I've just remembered that the newest version of him is out next week, I believe. I was speaking to Nick at In Demand, and the new Missing Link, so there's your other huge clue, are coming available from this sort of weekend. So this particular one, I say, is it's boxed, but I've got to confess, and if I'd have said this at the beginning, people who've watched me for a long time would have perhaps guessed it straight away. It's some more fantastic work from my good friend Tim Banerjee, who does box restoration, but in this case he does reseals. So it's an original figure on an original card, and I don't know how he does it. It's just sensational. Now I know you're thinking, Russell, you've reviewed this particular figure loads of times. However, this is true. So this is the 1985 version, and what I mean by this is, in 1984, just in case you didn't know, the mini bots, there's another huge clue, all came on cards, but they were all in their alternate modes. And this particular figure, and this is the reason why I've reviewed him a few times, had 2 colours. Now, the rarer of the other colour was the most common in the UK. So his yellow version, you definitely know who he is now, was the most common in the UK. Let me just put this box down there. And yeah, so in 84, there was 2 versions of him. One yellow and one red, and then in 85 once again there was 2 versions of him, one yellow and one red. But I didn't have, ironically enough, because again it's rarer in the UK, it's strange, the red version of this particular figure. But again, thanks to, this is just incredible. Wait till you see this, guys, and I'll do a proper video on it. So it's an original bubble, and it's a, and as I say, it's an original backing card, and he's done the best reseal ever of a Generation 1 cliff jumper. You see, even yellow on the front of the card, but there it is, thanks to my good friend Tim Banerjee. I did pay for it obviously, but his reseal is just incredible. But there you go. Please don't put his name in the comments. I told you it's quite hard to do it, but there you go. Bit of fun. I can do my updated, I think I've got all 4 carded versions now, so I think I can do a much more detailed updated video. But in the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. Take care.